Hello everyone and welcome back to the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. I'm your founder and host, Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yagu, and we are your one-stop news chat for the latest and greatest across gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and even music. We are amplifying voices from those respective fields and having those stories told here on the Impact Play. Your support keeps the lights running and keeps the content rolling. You can support us over at anchor.fm /TheImpactPlay /support or via Patreon. Whichever recruits and above get the show ad free. Gold recruits and above have exclusive access to not only the post show, but they can even call in to be a part of the live show experience, plus early access and so much more. Learn more and become a Patreon supporter today at patreon.com /TheImpactPlay. Or even by using our creator code, the Impact Play. We are an Epic partner, so with every purchase you make within the Epic ecosystem, when you use that creator code, we do get a commission to help support the show for the elevators to take us to newer heights at no extra cost to you. And this is the Impact Play's Reviewcast, episode 154, where we will be reviewing the 4th episode of Moon Knight. So stay tuned and enjoy. Alrighty, folks. So please keep in mind that this will have very minimal spoilers in regards to the show. So please keep those in mind. But otherwise, this will be at times exclusive for our Golden Cruise and above over on Patreon. So for everyone else, this will be available on a later date. But nonetheless, let's get right into it, folks. So in episode 4. We saw, I guess throughout the show, Steven was the primary host, not primary host, but I guess, yeah, he was in charge of his own body throughout the majority of the show. But towards the end is where a lot of questions were raised. Something happened where they were taken to a place, I don't know if it's somewhere mentally or somewhere physically, but they were, I guess, in another point. Is the best way of saying it without revealing much. But since this is episode 4 and we kind of have an idea of what's going on, let me get this guy's name first. Give me a second. Give me a second, folks. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to look up something real quick. So we have Arthur Harrow, which is the main protagonist of the show at this very moment, up to episode 4, where he's been he was the former avatar of what's his name, Kanchu? Of Kanchu, yeah. And what happened was on the last episode was Kanchu was imprisoned, I guess, in a stone statue, and we saw towards the end of episode 3. There was I'm assuming there was so many others that have been imprisoned as well, because it gave us that little bit of a glimpse of at least 10 others that are imprisoned that we are aware of. There's at least 10. But nonetheless, what's the other guy that he's trying to release? That what's the word he uses? And that judges people based, I guess, on their having a bad thought, and taking action beforehand instead of afterwards. Let's see. Let me see if I could get it. Let's see. Who's he trying to release? Pancho. That's it. No, no, is it Concho? No, 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 it's not Concho. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to skim through this real quick. Ament. That's it. Ament. He's trying to release Ament, which will wreak havoc across the world. And when he brought what's let's see, Arthur to be judged by the other avatars of the other gods, which is, I believe it's five, at least five that were there. And they're the ones who imprisoned Kanchu and Stone, instead of actually doing their own investigation when it comes down to. But you know, it's gonna be too late. So essentially, Moon Knight is, I guess, powerless. There's no Moon Knight now. Now it's just Mark and Steven. But I'm literally intrigued. Like I've been intrigued since the beginning of this, but I'm definitely heavily, I guess, and more invested into the show now. So I'm curious to see what path they're going to take with this. And towards before the reason why he was imprisoned in that statue was because they were trying to do their own investigation to see where is the location of Amit, because they're trying to stop Amit's resurrection essentially. So the final action that they did together was they needed the name that looked like thousands of years ago, and they had to, I guess, revert the change, not change, but revert the night sky back into what happened, that how the stars looked at that night, because what they used the stars as navigation, but stars change over time. So they had this, I guess, this star map type of thing, but they needed how the stars were that day in order to find Omnis Doom from there. So that was the final act that they did together. But now, throughout this episode, Moon Knight is gone, essentially. But as a rating, I'm gonna give it a low three, like a 2 points, between a 2.75 and a 3-star rating. Cause it was, no, should I give it a three? Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3-star rating. Yeah, a 3-star rating for this episode. So all of these opinions were those of my own, and like I said, everyone can have their own opinion. Doesn't mean my opinions reflect anyone else's. This is just my own, and I'm giving my opinion on this platform, the Impact Plays platform. But nonetheless, you can take it accordingly. You can watch it on your own and have your own thoughts and your own takes on the episode. But nonetheless, everybody's entitled to their own. But again, I give it a flat 3-star rating. No low, no high, just a flat 3-star rating for this episode. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, especially for our Gold Recruits and above over on the Patreon side. And this will be a timed exclusive once again. And for everyone else, this will be made publicly on a later date. So thank you guys so much, and have a good one.